and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, with Day 7 and the last day of Echo Zero. Cha, 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 babies. Troma Week, yes indeed. Oh, this has been a really good endeavor by my good buddy Echo Zero. Just like 80s Week was a chef's kiss project, Troma Week has really allowed everyone in the community that participated into this endeavor. Echo Zero, Zombie, Echo Zombie, I apologize. Jennifer Dochi, Anthony Chobot, Spirits and Screams did one, Hobbs did a few, Mr. Bones did a couple. Everyone has just been participating, and it's been super fun to watch everyone talk about different, or even the same, but with different points of view, different movies of Troma, yes indeed. And I hope that you've enjoyed your humble friend and pal, Professor Macabro's picks from everything that have been showcased. But I wanted to end Troma Week with my personal adventure in Troma, yes indeed. Now, like I said, the first thing that I can remember being a Troma thing related was the Toxic Crusaders. Then I rented the Toxic Avenger, and that was not like the cartoon. It had boobies and violence and everything. And I was like, well, this is much better. And that's when I discovered Troma. Now, one year, many decades ago, I went to Comic-Con. And in that Comic-Con, I did see the Full Moon booth. Full Moon had a booth. And I stopped by there first. And because it's the first one I saw, and that's when I bought the Bloodstone box set. Yes, indeed. And next to it was Troma. And I was like, oh my god, Troma. This is awesome. Uncle Lloyd was unfortunately not there that day. He was doing something else. But I did scope out the stuff, and I did pick up a DVD, because I already spent money on the Bloodstone box set. But I did pick up a DVD because I wanted to support Troma. But I didn't get to meet Uncle Lloyd. And then I was able to go 2 other Comic-Cons there, but unfortunately, they weren't there those 2 years. Or if they were, I didn't see them. And then, kind of got jinxed. I couldn't go to Comic-Con anymore, unfortunately. But 2 years ago, I was able to score some tickets, and I did go to Comic-Con. I went to Comic-Con, everyone was looking at me with the goggles and the skull, and was like, who the fuck is that guy? What is he cosplaying as? But no, I was Professor Macabro invading Comic-Con, yes indeed. And my sole purpose that year was to go to Troma because I read that Uncle Lloyd was going to be there that day, and I went there, and yes, he was. Uncle Lloyd was there, and I was like, Uncle Lloyd, I'm not worthy. Yes, indeed. It was really exciting to meet Uncle Lloyd, the one that has basically the face of Troma. He is. When you think of Troma, Uncle Lloyd pops up into your brain. Yes, indeed. And he's been spearheading Troma for all these many years. So I was like, holy shit, I gotta get something. And they had the 3-disc collector set of Poultry Guys, which I didn't own. And I was like, that's what I'm gonna buy. And they were like, do you want Uncle Lloyd to autograph? And I was like, squee! Yes, I do. So he autographed it. He asked me, what the thing was with the mask. I explained it's a YouTube thing. And he asked if I was making any money out of that. I told him no, I don't. But I get to talk about horror movies, and he had a good chuckle about that. And then I tweeted the picture of me and Uncle Lloyd on my social medias, and then I've had a little bit of special happiness moment when Uncle Lloyd retweeted back and said that it was a pleasure meeting me. And I was like, hell no, the pleasure was meeting you. But I got to meet Uncle Lloyd, and I got an autographed Poultry Guys 3-disc collector set in my collection, and you have no idea how much that means. I love all my DVDs, but that particular set, autographed by Uncle Lloyd, linked to that experience, was chef's kiss memory. That's a core memory that lives in here. As you see, there's Elvira, goth chicks, big titties, and meeting Uncle Lloyd. Yes, indeed. Yes, a lot of fun. And I wish I could have bought more stuff in there. I was also looking for a copy of Shakespeare's Shitstorm, but they didn't have it then, so I went with Poultrygeist, because they had the 3-disc collector set, which looks beautiful, and it's autographed, so that made me so happy. And what is the future of Troma? What's the state of Troma? I do know that we're making a video game, but that had some stuff. I don't know if it's already released with the Toxic Crusaders, and I know, talked about it yesterday, that the Toxic Avenger remake has been hit a little snafu, but I think another movie studio picked it up and they're releasing it, the ones that did Terrifier, Bloody Disgusting, I think I saw. So they released a trailer and it appears that it's finally going to come out with Peter Dinklage as Toxie. It looks interesting and definitely something I'm going to watch. It looks a little bit too clean, I don't know how to say it. Troma has a certain look, a certain graininess, a certain grit. And this one looks good. It looks weird, it looks bizarre, but it's kind of too clean. I don't know. I can't explain it. You watch the trailer and then watch any other Troma movie and you'll see what I mean. It doesn't feel so low budget, but it looks cool and I'll definitely check it out. And I really hope that nothing bad happens to our dear Uncle Lloyd, because without him fighting on to keep Troma independent, I don't know what's going to happen to Troma. I don't know who else is helping him run the show. But we need Uncle Lloyd for as many years as we can, and it's going to be a real tragedy if something happens to him. So, long health to Uncle Lloyd so we can keep enjoying independent filmmaking thanks to Troma. Yes, indeed. But have you met Uncle Lloyd? Did you have the pleasure of being near his presence, and did you have a good experience like I did? Let us know in the comments down below. Yes, indeed. But with this, we conclude Troma Week 2025. I hope that this is a big success and we can do Troma Week 2026 next year. But that depends on Echo and how the week was received. I know 80s Week was big hit, but I also hope the same for 80s Week. I mean, 80s Week's already a hit. I hope the same for Troma Week. Yes, indeed. Yes, old age sucks, kiddies. Don't grow old. No, you start forgetting shit, and you start going on long rambles, and what was I talking about? Oh, yes! Troma Week. So, let us know what you thought of Troma Week in the comments down below, and Echo Zero, if you're watching this, keep it going, because there's a whole bunch more Troma that we can talk about for 2026. But until I see you all again next time, happy Troma Week, and I wish you all, like always, a good evening.